Good morning. It's Monday. Woo! It's Monday. We're supposed to be excited, you guys. You're supposed to be like, oh my gosh, it's Monday. It's the best day of the week ever. Actually, who believes that? Who thinks that way? I actually love Mondays. Secret for me. I actually do love Mondays, but it's because I do what I love doing. So I love Mondays. It's the beginning of a week to give people hope and encouragement. Okay, come on in. We're going to talk today about one symptom of insulin resistance that most people don't ever talk about. And it's not about weight gain, even though that's what we talk about in the end. But I mean, it's like, I'm just telling you. So come on in. It's so good to see you guys. I missed you so much. I was gone on Thursday and Friday. I was in Louisville, Kentucky for a business trip. I'm from Minnesota, by the way. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kirsten Liebelt, and I'm in Minnesota, born and raised, except that I did spend 8 years in the Black Hills of South Dakota in the 90s. Anyway, any hoodle. And so I come from, good morning, Billy from Oklahoma. Good to see you. Thank you, Geraldine. She says, welcome back. I know I think about you guys when I'm gone, but I do talk to you a lot in my DMs in the background. So, answering questions and stuff. But I was raised in an Italian family. My dad, it's full Italian, 100% Italian, and lots of obesity and type 2 diabetes in my family. And I just was raised in that universe. He was insulin dependent, taking 2 shots in his belly every day, and did all of it. He did it all. He did all the meds. He did all of the heart procedures. He did all of the surgeries. He did all of the emergency things, and he did all of the kidney dialysis. And then he was gone at 63, just like that, gone. So, I literally didn't do anything about my own insulin resistance for a very, 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 very long time. I was gestational at 22, and I didn't do anything until I was like almost 50. So don't think you're late to the party. Do not think you're late. Do not think that it's too late for you. Not at all. Today, in fact, I'm going to talk about a little bit of information that comes from Dr. Ken Berry. And I really do appreciate his information, because he's constantly saying, listen, it's reversible, it's turnaroundable. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. So this show that we are doing today, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, you guys, we do this. We've done this now since a year ago, February. So since February of 2023, we've been doing this. So if you're like, I kind of would like to know a little bit more about insulin resistance, because I know that I am, or I think that I am, or I just have all this belly fat and I don't know what to do with it, or, fatty liver, PCOS, all of those pieces. This is a great place for you to connect into, follow, subscribe, do all of those things, because this is a consistent stream of education, hope, encouragement. I turned around my own type 2. I'm the only, sorry, back up the bus. I was not type 2. I turned around my own insulin resistance. I'm the only person in my family that avoided type 2. Literally the only person in my immediate family, which includes my Swedish mother, who didn't have it in her history, because it's not genetic. Could have a predisposition, right? Not saying it doesn't, but I'm just telling you. And here she was then, her mother, there was no type 2 in her family. She ends up type 2, dementia, type 3. So anyway, we're going to chat-a-roo today. Good morning. Meg Days is here. Patty is here. Terry is here. I missed you too. Jody. Oh, you guys, you're like my best friends. We all need to sit down and have a cup of coffee. And in fact, if you're in Minnesota or around the Minnesota area, I am having an in-person wellness event, Autumn Soups and Targeted Supplementation, in October. So reach out, Jody. I already know that you want to know about it. So if you're around, come on and show up. And it's so fun to meet you guys. I've done this before where I've had some of you show up at my events, and then it's really fun to meet you face to face and give you a hug. So anyway, all right. So today, let's go ahead and now talk about what is one of the actual symptoms that most people don't even talk about. And this is coming directly from Dr. Ken Berry's information. Ontario, Canada, Barb. I love my Canadian peeps. Very, very good to see you. And by the way, if you are from Canada, and when I start talking about targeted supplementation, I have a Canadian link for you, because not everything has launched in Canada yet, but you do have the very foundation. You have the foundation of what I started with when I was a 2X in size. So you're going to want my Canadian link. Anyway. All right. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. So super interesting. Everybody, we talk a lot about belly fat. When we talk about insulin resistance, we talk a lot about fatigue, like just being so exhausted, because people are like, well, how do I know I'm insulin resistant? And the truth is that you probably don't have a lab result on it unless they ever pulled a fasting insulin test, or unless your sugars have already begun to rise, because then it's an automatic. That is insulin resistance. Type 2 is insulin resistance. But long before your sugars ever rose in your blood, your insulin hormone that is released from your pancreas was high, because it was being released to go take care of the fuel that you gave it, the sugar, the food that turned into sugar. And it was doing its job, because your body is fearfully and wonderfully made, right? God made our bodies to heal. God made us so amazing that our body is going to fight to function all the time. Fight. It's just going to fight to function because it was made so well, like just a well-oiled machine. And then we kind of, we ran it like a rental car. So we have to fix that, right? But point being that your pancreas is releasing insulin, and it could release insulin not just for the food you eat. It could release insulin just because you're stressed too. So there are other factors, and I get that. And I'm super like layman, insulin resistance 101, because like we don't all have to have all of the stuff in our brains to turn it around and to have a better life, right? You don't have to know all of the details of all of the science. You just need to understand the basics and understand why you're doing what you're doing when you target your supplementation, why you're doing what you're doing when you eat a certain way, because then you'll stay the course and you'll actually allow your body to get positioned for healing mode. We want to go into healing mode, turnaround mode, function mode, right? That's what we want to do. This is kind of like going down. We're going to fix that right there. Take it, e-talk. All right. So, when we have these different symptoms like, fat, belly fat, and fatigue, sugar cravings, all of that stuff, but there's one hidden symptom of insulin resistance that a lot of people don't talk about. And this is what Dr. Ken Berry had brought up, and it already might be affecting you. So people assume insulin resistance is weight gain, which is true. It is true, because you could probably finish the sentence for me, all y'all friends that are on my content all the time, because insulin is a fat storing hormone. That's its job. It goes to get the energy to put in your cell. But when your cell has shut the door, when your cell has changed the lock, and insulin is no longer the key, are you tracking? It's like la 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 la. I can't hear you, insulin. I can't hear you. I've shut you out of my life. And now insulin's going to go, well, I guess I'm just going to like store everything as fat. Like we might as well. Let's just get busy. And that's what happens. And that's why you keep gaining weight. That's why my weight was going up and up and up and up until I was a 2X in size. This was in my 40s. I'm 60 now. 2X in size. And my mother, my wonderful Swedish mother, like, Kirsten, seriously, like, what's wrong with you? Your dad died at 63, type 2. Like, hello, wake up. Do you even know where your sugars are at? These are the things she would say to me. What's wrong with you? Do you even go to the doctor? Like, how come you're not paying attention? Like, wasn't that enough of a wake-up call? And truth is that I was only paying attention to myself in my own head, watching for my own symptoms, because they were drilled into my brain my whole life. I mean, my whole life was, if you have dry mouth, if you're drinking water all the time, if you're peeing all the time, if you're sore, the sores on your legs aren't healing, like, these are the things these are the things to be paying attention to. So all of my life, this was what I was told. So I was secretly, I verbalized this to nobody. Nobody. Shh. I'm not kidding you. Nobody. And I've been married for 38 years now. So I had been married for 25 years, right? And I'm like, I'm just going to pay attention to my own universe because I was scared. I was very scared to go to the doctor and get a diagnosis. And so it turned out well for me because I was able to, with God's help, figure it all out and turn it back around. And basically I thought, you know what, whatever my dad did, I'm going to do the opposite. And he had like a ton of meds, and his meds in his 50s went up. And I went, I am not doing that. I'm not doing that. So that's where I understand that feeling of being scared and watching all of those signs and those symptoms. But Dr. Ken Berry talks about something, and it's called food noise. And I know we talk about that in terms of like the shoddy shot that people take, right? That it calms the food noise. And that's what people find a lot with, like when I talk to you about the trio, we'll get to that. We're not going to do that right now. But the trio, the 3 supplements that have the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity, helps with the food noise. But let's just talk about why food noise is an actual symptom. And here you are maybe beating yourself up thinking you're such a lame loser because you just don't have discipline or self-control, but your body is actually doing something for a reason. It's not just you not having discipline. So this is why one of my core values, like when we do we do a free 5-day challenge every month in the group, Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. And you give your email and you can get in. And it starts next week again. 29th one, 29. We're going to do another one next week. And I'll go live every day for 5 days in a row. And we'll talk about food ingredient trade outs and, pantry refrigerator stuff, blah, blah, blah. But when I do it, a core value of mine is I want you to do this journey. Like, come on, let's lock arms, but do it without shame. You have to do this without shame. Stop shaming yourself for the messages that were given to you as a child. Stop shaming yourself for what you believed in the marketing that sold you the product that told you there was such a thing as keto bread. Stop shaming yourself for all of the, believing the lies or, trying one more processed food program and just let it go. We're going to talk root cause. We're going to get to the core issue. We're going to turn this around so that you can get the results that you're actually looking for. But you have to position your body first. Stop requiring your body to give you results that it can't give you because it's not been positioned. It has not been fixed from the inside out. But guess what that gives you when you do this? You get the key. You get the key forever. Forever, you will understand, oh, these are the things I don't want to do so that I don't have high insulin. Because if I have high insulin, I can't burn fat forever. Or these are the things that I want to do so that I can get my liver to function. Because if my liver is sluggish, I can't burn fat forever. And you'll be like, I got it. Okay. I'm tracking, right? That's what happens. So let's dive in. Who am I missing? Oh, Deborah, I'm so glad you found me today. Oh, thank you. So glad you're back. She says, you couldn't find me on Facebook. I know, I'm telling you, life is weird. Patty, good morning. Linda, Jan. Oh my gosh, you guys, Cheryl, you guys. The whole party is here. It's so good to see everybody. See how we miss each other? This is why you have to make sure that you set an alarm on your phone for when we do the challenge, because Facebook does not give notifications very well. So 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, you can watch the replays in the group up to 30 days. That's what Meta gives us. But anyway, okay, so let's dive in and talk about this. Golly, I just find this to be so fascinating because I spent so much of my time beating myself up for things, and we just don't have to do that. I'm just checking messages. Welcome in, you guys from TikTok. Come on in. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you. You're amazing. Miriam, user. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So let's dive in. I will try to pay attention to your comments on TikTok. You guys get left out. I don't mean to leave you out. Okay, so we assume insulin resistance is weight gain. So we got that down. The truth is you can look fine on the outside, but you can be struggling on the inside. So weight gain, you can be a skinny insulin resistant person. That's number one. It's not always all about weight gain. It's just that it's the majority. And the majority of us are like, I want to get rid of my belly fat and I want to like I want to change sizes. I personally lost 3 sizes in my 50s. Okay. So that's why I talk about from that perspective, because that was just my own life. Right. But the body gives you clues before your blood sugar labs or your weight issues show up. So probably if you go back before you gained all the weight, you were constantly thinking about food. Constantly thinking about food, never feeling satisfied, even if you're eating volume. You're just not satisfied because food noise is an actual symptom of insulin resistance. Okay. So it's not just your lack of willpower. This is a biology conversation. Okay. This is biology. Debbie says she's glad to be here. Never get to jump on because of work. Oh, only a few weeks in, Debbie. It's so good to have you here. I'm glad that you were able to jump on today. That makes me very happy. I know every now and then people can grab the live, right? And if you guys ever need the replays and you just have a hard time finding them, number one, Facebook will only keep them up for 30 days. That's just the way that they're rolling. That's the way Meta's rolling. So they will be on my IG, my Insta, or you can go to my YT, my U. And then if I pause long enough, I suppose I can insert the word tube. Because TikTok doesn't like it when you tell people about other places. They're very jealous. So anyway, you can always go over there and find the replays if you want to do that. But it's not lack of willpower. It's your biology. Your cells literally can't hear insulin properly. It's like, so your brain keeps sending signals, and the signals are eat, 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 because your cell is like, la, 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 la. I can't hear you, insulin. I know you're trying to put fuel inside of me so that I can give, energy to this body, but I just literally, I can't hear you. You're telling me to unlock my door and I'm just like paying no attention to you. That's what's happening in your body. So now your brain is like, because again, let's go back to the statement. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your body is meant to function. So it's going to work hard to try to find a way to function. Your car might die at the side of the road, but your body's going to fight. It's just made in a little different manner, right? So basically then your brain is like, okay, well, like you must need to eat more because there's not energy getting into the cell. So eat. Come on, eat. Come on, eat. And your pancreas is like, well, I must not have released enough insulin. I better release more. And now you're in this cycle. And now you have high inflammation because high insulin is high inflammation. You're wondering why you ache, why you don't feel good. You're wondering why your energy is crashing because your cell's not getting any energy. You're wondering why like your belly fat is growing because your insulin is like, well, I can't get it into the cell. Might as well like just lay it down as fat because I'm a fat storing hormone. We should do like a little, you remember when you were a kid and what were the, thank you so much. Thank you, Fred Future. You're so sweet. You guys are amazing. What was that? Like any of the children's shows, I don't know if that was Sesame Street or whatever, but we could make little animated characters. I swear they live inside of my head. I should make those. But it's true. It's like, well, we're just going to lay down fat because that's what we do. I'm a fat storing hormone. And I'm just going to like put it in your liver and in your pancreas. I'm going to wrap it around your organs. And you're going to be like, I've got all this belly fat. It must be just about that fat that I can pinch. And that's not what's happening. It's visceral fat down in your engine. Visceral fat. And so we need to deal with that. But that's what's happening. And so you literally are living in this land of, well, I've never been able to stick to a diet before. Well, I've never had enough discipline to trade out my foods. I could never do what you do. I could never eat like that. I could never. and you're like this close, you're this close to shutting down the food noise. You're so close to shutting down the food noise so that you can actually see straight, so that you can actually trade out your pantry, so that you can actually trade out your refrigerator recipes, so that you can actually begin to lose sizes. You're so close, but you have to understand the engine of what we're talking about. Okay. So there you go. So it's kind of like talking on the phone with really bad reception is what this is like. Your body keeps repeating the message because it didn't get through the first time. So your brain says, eat, eat, eat. And your pancreas says, release insulin, release insulin, release insulin. And this is what's happening, and it's on repeat. So insulin's job is to open the door for glucose to enter the cell. So insulin is a key. It's supposed to do that. But when you're resistant, the door literally stays locked, and glucose is stuck in the bloodstream and not in the cell. Okay? Your brain interprets this as low fuel, and it triggers constant hunger and food thoughts. I'm hungry. What am I going to eat next? I'm hungry. What am I going to eat next? And I'm not saying that some of that isn't just habit or routine, or you're being triggered by stress or boredom, or you turn on the movie, in your living room and immediately you want to eat something. Of course, all of that exists as well. That's why I always tell you guys over and over and over again, this is the easy part. Developing a supplement routine that's super targeted for insulin resistance, which is what I teach. This is super easy. This is a little harder. It takes you a little more time. Your heart connection to food. Listen, I'm Italian. You can't tell me nothing about emotional connections to food. I'm just saying, I may or may not understand. In fact, this morning, right now, I don't know what time it is. There's a clock. Right now, I think my sister, if she went, there was a funeral in the family. And it was a distant cousin. She's like, I think I'm going to go. Because you don't miss out on an Italian funeral if you can help it. Because the food, I'm just saying, okay, all right, just telling you, it's my world. So with insulin resistance, your door stays locked and glucose is now stuck in your bloodstream and it's not in your cell. So your brain interprets that as low fuel. It triggers constant hunger and food thoughts. This is why you can feel unsatisfied even right after eating. You're like, I need more. So this is what you need to do to quiet that food noise. You need to lower your glucose intake and reduce the overload. So that's where I teach the food, right? This is where I teach, like, I have not eaten yet today. So I'm going to get off of my live with you guys and I'm going to probably go. I've been out of town. I'm ready to have some really good food. Like I've been running on, like I'd get up in the morning and grab a yogurt and, what else did I grab? I had good intentions of grabbing like my protein shakes, my shaker shakes, but I never ended up getting any like almond milk, and I just didn't do it. I didn't prioritize. And so I'm going to get off here and I'm going to have probably like 3 eggs and an andouille chicken sausage from Costco. And I might even have a yogurt, but I'm going to try to push my protein up to like close to 50 grams of protein. Like 45 is probably where I'll land. And I'm going to have stable blood sugars and I'm going to be full and I am going to be satiated. Okay, so this is one major tip of how to do that. You have to lower your glucose intake. If you are getting up and you are eating Cheerios, Rice Krispies, this is my dad. He would eat grape nuts, Wheaties, whatever, just pure sugar, even though there wasn't sugar on it. Sugar, because corn flakes, even that's not frosted flakes, it's still all sugar because it's all corn. Corn is sugar, corn syrup. Okay, so make that connection, right? So, and then he would put skim milk that had no fat in it to keep him satiated. So he would drink all the skim milk, and then you're hungry. It's like the old joke, you eat, Asian food, and you're hungry an hour later. It's because rice just burns up fast like pine wood in a fire. So you're eating all the carbs, and you're just like spiking your glucose like that. Maybe you're getting up and thinking that it's smart to have a bagel and cream cheese or a scone and a sugared coffee drink or whatever you're doing, right? So you have to reduce that overload. So I teach grain, sugar, and legume free. That's like a lot of what I teach, right? But you can then improve your insulin sensitivity. Food starts fueling your cells again. Your body starts to position itself and change the way that it's delivering results to you. You're looking to change how your body is able to deliver results. Like this is such a key component. Stop requiring your body to give you results that it can't give you. Stop it. You would never take a hammer to your vehicle and pound the side of the door and dent it up and say, give me better gas mileage, function better, last longer. Like it makes no sense. But we're doing that to our bodies all the time, saying, come on now, you need to produce for me weight loss, fat loss, more energy, but we're not positioning it to actually deliver that, right? So support your body naturally with protein first meals. I just gave you what I'm going to have for breakfast when I get off of here. I'm getting really hungry, you guys. I'm just kidding. I mean, I am, but I'm okay. And you can use supplements to help your cells listen to insulin again. So there's no jazz hands. There's no like special, like pretty packaging marketing. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I did. It may interest you. It may not. And that's okay. It doesn't matter, right? Not everybody. I'm not for everybody. But once your cells respond, the food noise quiets down. It's why one of the first testimonies that I get from people when they start on targeted supplementation is, oh, my food noise is going down. Yes. Because everything that I'll show you that's a part of the total body reset, every single piece, all 6 pieces, they are for insulin sensitivity. That's the whole point of the conversation. Let's do insulin sensitivity. Oh, and then this is for insulin sensitivity. Oh, and then this one is for insulin. Oh, and let's layer it and see what kind of a result that we can get, right? So that's basically, what we do. Tina says, I need this reminder. I fell off the wagon. You appreciate. Oh, Tina, you're amazing. And I am going to, I saw your comment about the catalogs. I will get that figured out for you. So don't you worry about that, girl. Alonia, you love the fire analogy. Very, very good. Deborah says, I love your insulin resistance metaphors and animated characters. I missed that one. That was a few minutes ago. That's so funny. They help me to visualize what's happening in my body. Yes. Good day. This explains so much great info today. You guys are amazing. Amy, good to see you. Good to see you. Carmel, good to see you. Lynn, I know you said this a while ago, but yes, TT is controlling. Yes, it is. And that's actually going to shift. I don't know if you guys know this or not. It's a little secret. Well, maybe not so secret. So a part of TT was purchased by American investors. And so we are going to get a different app that's going to be American only, blah, blah, blah. But so things are going to shift, like I think in December, maybe they're getting ready for it anyway. I don't know any much more beyond that, but it's okay. I still appreciate everybody. Like I've met so many amazing friends from TikTok that's why I continue to like go live over there, because like I've met so many cool people over there. So anyway, that's what we do. Ellen, good to see you. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Okay. I got to stop seeing all of you amazing people. So let's just talk about quickly. I'm going to talk about the total body reset. But the reason why is because you guys, I did not have these results. You guys have these results. Billy says she's glad she's not the only one with food chatter. I'm telling you, you guys, it is so common. It is so common. And I don't know. The reason why I started the whole no shame conversation was because I chose to do it for me. Now I'm so glad that I said that to you guys and I brought that to you in this program of conversation. I'm so glad because I now understand that we all collectively have levels of shame over our size, over the way that we eat or the way that we, like she's saying, the food chatter, that can make us feel shameful. Or like Tina, she's like, I fell off the wagon. We could choose to like wrap that up with shame. And you cannot heal a body in shame, and we just can't do this anymore. So we need to like band together and say, we're going to take back our health. We're going to become our own advocates. We're actually going to drive the freaking bus. If what you've told me for the last 50 years has collectively made our society fatter, sicker, and on more meds, I'm going to take a different path. Since this is not a terminal diagnosis, I'm going to take a different path. And I'm going to try something for myself because I have the freedom to do that because it's not a terminal diagnosis. So no matter what, it's not like I'm going to hurt anything. I'm just going to try to like support my body in a different way. And I'm going to think differently. So you're not the only one with food noise. So there you go. All right. So I should have like grabbed other testimonies, but these are the ones that are always in my head, so very present. One of them is number one, it never has anything to do about your age. It's not about your age. Like you've got to like flush that down the toilet. It's not about your age. This is a hormonal conversation because it is an insulin conversation, and insulin is a hormone. Okay. So you get number one. So Claudette, 74 years old. In 5 months last year, she lost 45 pounds. Like she is on her feet still a couple of days a week. And she's added in a few other things. I'm not going to lie. She's like, she is in love with the magnesium, etc. But she said, and I don't remember if she takes the ashwagandha. I'd have to ask her. But she said she runs circles around the 20-something-year-olds at work because she feels so freaking good now, right? Magda, she's on here. She, in the last year, she had a fatty liver that went from bad to mild. She did the total body reset, bad to mild, 17 pounds down, A1C down a point, and her inches that she lost because we target the visceral fat. Remember, we just had this conversation about the fat. Insulin lays down fat, but it's not the fat that you can pinch. It's the fat underneath. Okay. So that's why her fatty liver got better, but her fatty liver got better. And on the outside, she was seeing the inches lost here on her trunk because this was getting help. Does that make sense? So you're like losing it from the inside out like this. So 6 inches from under her bra, 5 inches, I'm going to sneeze, sorry, 5 inches from her waist and 3 inches from her hips. So understand what's happening. Marilyn, I'm 73 and will never give up. Never too late to regain your health. Never, never, never. Listen, 73 is so young now. It is so young. Thank you. She says, hello, welcome home, Grandma. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Marilyn made the egg white bread over the weekend, toasted it, and had eggs. Yum. Good girl. I love that so much. Wendy says she wants to be like her. I know. Thank you for helping me to think differently. Ditch the shame. Yep, got to do that. Oh, that is so cool. So Carmel says 12 days on the total body reset, down a few pounds, much less food noise. I'm able to get off the couch and accomplish household duties. It's a great feeling. My blood sugar has come down from the 130s to the 110s. I love that. I love that so much, Carmel. Thank you for sharing that. I'm telling you. So I'll do this quickly. I wrap up every single show like this because I want you to know what actually has worked for me, what I did, what other people are doing. And then if you are interested, you can reach out to me or you can like drop it in the comments on Facebook and YouTube. And you can just say total body reset. I started with, oh, there we go. And Joan's comment too. There we go. I started with the trio. These are the 3 supplements that have the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. And I have to be careful because this platform right over here doesn't like it when I show things. So I just started this, you guys, when I was a 2X in size. These 3. 2X in size. This one is you take 3 times a day. And these two you take twice a day. And I am going to tell you, Sierra, I will send that to you. Yeah, fatty liver is going to be a part of the Sierra. So I'll show this to you right now. So one of these is to help your sugar and your insulin. One of these helps your liver, and one of these helps your metabolism, okay? But then I'm going to layer the liver 2 more times here. So just track with me for a second. I just want to tell everybody, if you are already on the total body reset or you're on the trio only like this, I want to give you a tip on this particular one, on the capsule. I'll show it quickly. On the capsule, this particular one, I have a friend who she just reiterated it. She reiterated it to me again a couple of weeks ago, and she said she was taking 2 at a time. So I'm just telling you that's not what it says, but that's what she was doing, and she did get better results for what she was needing. Okay. And remember, your goal is to bring down your insulin so you can actually lose fat. So her weight loss was substantial. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not making any claims, of course. I'm just sharing her testimony for those who already know what I'm talking about. Now, let's just move on for everybody else that doesn't know what we're talking about, and that's perfect. So the trio are 3 supplements that have 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity, okay? This is where I started, you guys. This is all that I did to support my losing 3 sizes in my 50s after my cycle stopped, because we're speaking very specifically. So again, no jazz hands, no pre-marketed, pretty package with a bow on top. I'm just telling you, literally, I sourced these 3. I did these 3, and that's how I was able to position my body, shift my body towards insulin sensitivity. Okay. And then of course I traded out my food ingredients, and that's what I teach, those 2 things. But in the total body reset, you have 3, those are 3 products. I have 3 more to finish out the total body reset. The next 2 are, there's a gut primer. I see that, Karen. There's a gut primer, and this is 6 different blends in one container. This is not just a greens product, so don't be confused by that. This is what I was kind of doubling up on a lot over the weekend. Not gonna lie. So it is not only your your digestive enzymes and your pre and postbiotics and your fermented greens and stuff like that, but it's meant to really help your liver function at a whole new level. So again, we talk liver. Like, I'm a broken record. I'm going to talk to you about your liver. I'm going to talk to you about your gut, and I'm going to talk to you about your insulin. Like, this is my own conversation with you all day, every day. Okay. So a scoop of this, I doubled up on this a little bit over the weekend as I was out of town. I was not drinking enough water. I'm just going to be really honest. I don't know what my deal was, but I was definitely not paying attention to my water intake like normal. I was just going, right? So anyway, it doesn't matter. So I doubled up on this quite a bit over the weekend, but it really helps because, again, if you have constipation, indigestion, you have a fatty liver, you have a sluggish liver, you can't burn fat, you're exhausted, you need to, support the natural detoxification of your liver. You know that you need to support the natural healing and sealing of your gut because you have leaky gut, because insulin resistance creates leaky gut. And you just know that you're not being nourished. You know that you're not being your body's just not functioning. You have brain fog, and all of these things are connected. So the fourth product then is the gut primer. And then the 5th one is the probiotic, right? So these 2 together. Some people just want to do this. That's fine. It's a gut reset. Perfection. And then the last one is the orange pixie stick. Now, I understand this is on back order. And in fact, I'm going to look this up right now. Let me see here. I'm going to see, because I know that this pixie stick is. Okay. It's still on back order. Now, the reason why that is good for you and it's not temporarily out of stock is because when it's temporarily out of stock, you can't add it to your cart. But you should be able to add it to your cart when it's on back order. And then what happens is, I'm going to check here. What happens is then they will charge you and ship it when it's available. You'll be put in line. It's like being on, you're in the queue. You're on the phone and you're on a queue. You know what I'm saying? And when your number comes up, it'll get charged and shipped. Doesn't talk about that. That is hysterical. So Grandma Conk says, well, scripture doesn't talk about deliver. Okay, that's hilarious. You are funny. That's a good one. I like it. You are so funny. You got yours last week, Patty. Oh, did they sent it to you already, Patty? Okay. All products are not available in Canada, Cheryl, but I will show you what is. I will show you what is. Well, so Patty says, so you can double up on the gut primer. It's not going to hurt you to do that. But, it's not like I just tell everybody to do it. So hold on. I will answer you, Carolyn. She wants to know what 3. Okay, so Tina says she's a 1X and in some t-shirts a 2X. So my testimony inspires her. The testimonies inspire her. You need to be a large. You have nice clothes in your closet that you can't wear. Let's do it. Let's get going. That's exciting. I'm excited, Tina, for your results. Okay, so Grandma says, made you laugh. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I like that one. Okay, so, and then I'll repeat this quickly so that you said there's no confusion, because now I'm just squirreling with you guys. I'm squirreling. This I sourced out of the sports nutrition line because it targets visceral fat. That's literally the claim. And that's literally what it does. And so finding products that target visceral fat, I just don't think people understand the level of importance. Not shocked that it's on back order. I'm not shocked at all. That's kind of what happens when we have popular products, and just the way that it is. Everything is sourced off of organic farms. Everything is it's third-party tested. It's very high standards. They don't just make mass trash, so to speak. That's not how this works. And so sometimes an ingredient isn't available. They refuse to compromise. So you wait just a minute, right? That's how it goes. But it tastes like orange candy. You put it on your tongue. And I always recommend do this for 90 days and then take 30 days off and then do another round and then do another round. Does that make sense? Because it's a thermogenic and you don't want your body to get used to it. You want your body to continue to perform and perform and perform. Okay. Now, if you're somebody that works out, take it as a pre-workout. That's actually what it's designed for. It doesn't make you tingly or do anything weird like that. That's what it's for, is a pre-workout so that you can get more out of your workout, meaning better fat burning, etc. Okay. So you can do that, but that's not a requirement. Deborah, you're 71. In the last 2 years, you've had severe inflammation, which propelled you to find remedies to heal your body. Hope your body can't yell at me anymore. I like that. Feeling better with swaps and supplements. Yes, Deborah. Yep. She's new to the crew, new to the round table here, you guys. Love that, Deborah. Can you take these with AFib and blood pressure med? I'm also pre-diabetic and haven't put me on anything. Lynn says she's amazed at the quality of the products. Yes, me too, Lynn. They just have done such an incredible job. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, Rhonda, so I can't respond to that. I will tell you one testimony of somebody who was on BP med and she got off of it. But that was her own, because you guys work with your own doctors on things. I've had people work with their doctors to get off of scripts for glucose like Met, scripts for anti-anxiousness, scripts for high BP. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm probably missing. In fact, I know I am. Script for IBS, script for, there's one more in there. But anyway, but that is, everybody's journey is so different. And so I can't say that is what will happen at all. Anytime we do talk about, and then I'm going to repeat the total body reset. Anytime we talk about any of the adaptogenic herbs, like ashwagandha or rhodiola, etc., those herbs. And by the way, lion's mane is coming. to my line in October. Horny goat weed is coming to my line out of the organics line in October. And you might want to know why you care. Lion's mane is great for your brain health, like amazing mental clarity, etc. And horny goat weed is actually really good for inflammation, but it's also good for sexual health. So just letting you know that there are a couple launches coming up. Patty, she's asking about an STATIN. I had people get off of that. I'm trying to remember. I think probably Patty, but I don't want to say positively because a name's not jumping to my brain. I think that people get off of those all the time anyway, because it's not one that, in my understanding, in my limited layperson understanding, it's not something that you have to wean off of. Okay. Like my nurse, my sister, that's a nurse. People that are nurses that I've talked to, a lot of people just drop it. Terry's off of a script for fibro. Oh, Terry, I'm going to put that up. That's amazing. That's amazing. I know, Lynn, I know the launches are very exciting. I get very excited because literally they don't come fast. Nothing ever gets launched quickly. Most of the time they take longer than we want. So by the time they come, we've waited because they will not put out something that's not going to give the best results. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not. Like the turmeric that I talk about, 45 times more absorbable than somebody else's turmeric, like literally says relieves pain. The P word. Like you don't say that as a supplement company, but they do for whatever reason, and then they fill it in with from exercise and I think just from exercise or something like they qualify it, right? But I'm telling you, when you have somebody that has like massive amounts of scientists actually creating something and then third party testing saying, go for it, take our bottle, test it, test every single pill in that one little bottle and make sure that every single pill is exactly the amount of active ingredient that it's supposed to have, that there aren't the fillers in it, that there aren't, I laugh at people that are like, oh, there's a strange ingredient here. Or literally it's just ignorance because you don't understand what's happening. You don't understand the results that are coming, but that's okay. Yes, Lynn, tell me about what happened with the magnesium. Please do. Would all of this help with anxiety? Because I deal with a lot of that about a mom with children, and you want to have a healthy and happy for them. Let me answer that in just a second, Sierra. Okay, I will answer that. And Lynn, you can put your testimony in there. You guys are just amazing today. This is like Monday fun. Monday fun. Okay, I'm going to repeat the total body reset. Anything can be separated out, or you can just choose one or two sections or whatever you want, 2 pillars. You can message me in Messenger. You can ask me questions and I will respond to you so that you get what you need and not what you don't need, all of that stuff, okay? So the trio are the 3. And again, I'm going to kind of do that quickly for the TikTok, and then I'll do it like this over here for Instagram and Facebook. So these are the 3 that I started with. Sugars, insulin, liver, metabolism. Sugars, insulin, liver, metabolism, okay? Then we add in the gut reset protocol, which is the green, 6 completely different blends that are in here. And again, remember all the organic farming. Please don't buy a greens product that's not from organic farms. Don't do that. Why would you take concentrated plants that have been sprayed with glyphosate and then tell your liver to deal with it? Don't do that. Okay? Like you may not connect with me and that's okay, but please don't do that. Don't buy greens from Walgreens. Sorry, I just had to say it because it just matched in my brain. But don't do that. Don't buy something. Don't compromise. Then don't buy anything at all, I guess is my point. Because anyway, so the gut primer, huge testimonies on the gut primer. If you are bloated, if you like are constipated, if you just can't you got to get your liver going, like gut primer, probiotic, you've got to recalibrate your gut. You've got to support the healing and sealing of your gut. The last one is the orange pixie stick. I know this is on back order, but you can still order, you can still put it in your cart and you can still order it with the total body reset. it will get charged and shipped when it orders. Now, I will tell you this though, and you need to hear this, and I'm going to answer Sierra's question. There's a customer campaign. When you purchase 150 3 months in a row, they will take $75 off on that third month. We're coming right up into Christmas time. Number one, you can position your body to actually do well for the holidays. Like, what if your food chatter was down a little bit? What if you were already starting to lose those inches and feeling better in your body? It was actually starting to function before you hit the holidays. Wouldn't that be a little bit encouraging? Number two, what if then you're getting money off on that third month? You could do right now, we've got 2 days left in September. If you've never done any of this with me, register as a customer. Get registered with your name so that you can get the free shipping over $139. You can do the $150 or more. Get in on September, get in on October, get in on November. And November they literally will just chop $75 off of that third order. You can't turn these into an HSA. You can't submit these to insurance. These are the only ways that you can benefit yourself and get yourself paid back for your own wellness journey. Does that make sense? But if this is not shipping yet, don't let the price of this dip you below 150. Because then you'll miss out. Okay. So I hope that makes sense for the people that need to understand that. Terry's on track to get her third $75 off, Terry. That's amazing. That does excite me so much because you know what? When I was doing any of my wellness journey, like I just didn't have any of this available to me. Like to be able to actually do that, that's such a big deal. Such a big deal. So Sierra is a mama with 8 children. You're fine, Sierra. You don't worry about that. So she's asking about anxiety. So anxiety is sometimes a symptom of insulin resistance, like your body is off. For instance, let's just talk about the gut for 2 seconds. When your gut is off, how do I say this? Okay, there's so many things in my head right now that I want to share with you. Number one is, had I understood insulin resistance in my 40s, this would have made such a difference because insulin is a hormone and I'm convinced that it turns upside down all the other hormones and it exacerbates perimenopause. Anxiety is one of the more common symptoms of being in perimenopause. It's a very common symptom of insulin resistance. We just don't talk about this kind of stuff, right? So that anxiety, that's kind of like right under the surface, like you get your gut fixed, like get your insulin down, get your body functioning again, get your hormones lining back up, get your hormone ducts lined up in a row again. That's kind of that whole piece. But then also, yes, by default, helping your insulin resistance helps with anxiety. That's not a claim. I'm just telling you that that's a piece of the puzzle because, like, for instance, your gut, if insulin resistance is creating leaky gut and you help your leaky gut, and your gut is what produces 90% of your serotonin, which is your feel-good hormone, you can understand this connection. It goes round and round and round. But also, too, I will say that for anybody who is experiencing that, ashwagandha, which is, I have a phenomenal ashwagandha and a phenomenal magnesium. And those two together, I take 2 of each of those before I go to bed at night. Ashwagandha is amazing for sleep, stress, and mood. And the magnesium blend that I have, which I think I'm going to read a testimony about that here coming up in 2 seconds. The magnesium blend that I have, it's so, so good. And sometimes people don't know that they can do simple things to get that under control, to get that anxiousness to simmer down. And what if it's as simple as taking a really good magnesium blend? What if it's as simple as getting some adaptogenic herbs? I'm convinced that God gave us adaptogenic herbs like they're God's gifts to us, especially as women. And so that's why, like, when lion's mane comes out and horny goat weed, like, listen, I'm just going to be chattering. Maybe we'll have to do a live inside of the Facebook group where I can like go into bigger detail with some of these launches that are coming, because I'm just so convinced that it's like the Lord saying, like, you know, here's a way to help your body function at a higher level. Like, What if sadness didn't have to be a part of your world, if you know what I mean? Wink, wink. What if anxiousness didn't have to be a part of your word, right? Your world, right? Like, got it? Okay, so hold on. Lynn says, okay, I'm 68. So I haven't slept for decades. Okay, this is Lynn's testimony. Everybody listen up. Listen up if you don't sleep. She ordered the magnesium and the ashwagandha, and she started taking the magnesium at night a little bit before bed. I've slept all night, every night since starting that. And I think this was starting like last week or something. I honestly never would have believed that would happen instantly like that, unless it happened to me. I've taken magnesium for years. You're lying, real deal. Lynn, you're amazing. You're amazing. And you know what? So this is the thing. Again, if I can get you to understand why something is going to help your body function, if you have missing connections in your body, and magnesium helps with like 300, 600 functions, like magnesium is like the be all end all of for whatever reason, we are deficient, right? And you could go to a drugstore and you could I'm going to buy a magnesium citrate. It's just going to help you poop, and that's all it's going to do. It's the wrong form for what you need. Do you understand? Like, you have to understand how to have the right kind of a blend in order to get the results that you're looking for. So anyway, thank you for sharing that, Lynn. So her sleep has been this is me. And it might not be for everybody, right? We did a sleep live last week, and we talked about melatonin helps to reset your clock. Ashwagandha is helping with your cortisol. Magnesium is helping with your blood sugars if you're waking up because of insulin and blood sugar spikes. And then the last one was the sleep health that I have, the valerian and hops. And that's helping you to go to sleep and stay asleep. So there are different sleep answers for different people. But like Lynn, my answer was the exact same one. It was the magnesium and the ashwagandha. I am 60 years old. I have never slept better in my life. I'm just telling you, the magnesium has it's helping your nervous system and your blood sugar and your cramping. I have somebody who she wanted me to overnight her magnesium last spring because she thought it wasn't going to show up on time, and she was nervous because she has cramps in her legs. So it has a different blend anyway. So you go to the doctors, but your doctors are going to the emergency room. They all get brushed. Where do you live, Sierra? I would love to know. I just feel like something is going to happen and I don't want it to. I want to take care of it now and get treated so now nothing horrible happens. If you know what I mean. Yep, those are your words. I get that. Marie, did I not do that? I think I did that, but I will tell you again. She wants to know about the trio. Oh, absolutely. She says, when am I going to show you? I will show you right now. Right now. So basically, maybe I didn't show you. Let me show it on my phone. Let's do it that way. Let's make it even easier. Let's take it one more step, Marie. Okay. So my website is my first last name.com. If I ever talk to you guys about something and you're curious, reach out to me, message me. Like, I do this full time. Being a brand ambassador like I am has replaced my full-time income, and that's what I do. So you guys reach out to me and let me know if you need something. That's what I'm here for. So if you go to my website, which is my Kirsten Liebelt.com, it looks like this. Okay, so my picture is on there, my name. Okay, these top 4 buttons right there, that's everything that I just talked to you about, just in different configurations. My before and after picture, these 3 buttons right there, free resources. Okay. Oh, I think I just lost Instagram. I just lost Instagram. That's so sad. Okay. So right here, Kirsten Liebelt, KirstenLiebelt.com. My picture, top 4, trio is right here, top 1. Then there's the liver reset stack if you just want help with your liver. Then there's the gut reset, just if you want the primer and the probiotic. And here's the total body reset, everything all together. Make sure that you register with your name for your free account. Go to the top of the website once you're looking at the cart. go to the top of the website. There's a person icon, head and shoulders. Register as a customer with your name so that you can get free shipping opportunity, so that you can get opportunity to be a part of the customer campaign if you care, and you may not, and that's okay, right? But do that. And then you might want free resources. I have a free protein blueprint. I have the egg white bread that I love so much to make. I have that recipe sitting there for you. I have sugar-free chocolate pudding sitting there for you. And for anybody who's like, you were just talking about that magnesium and ashwagandha, oopsie, go up just a little bit more, and it says actually get sleep. That's where the magnesium and the ashwagandha are. So there's a few things that are extra in there for you. My Amazon faves are on here. If you want egg white powder, protein powder, you don't know which one to buy, you want a sweetener, you don't know, there's Amazon links right here. You can get, just different things that I've put on there. Maria Emmerich's 30-day ketogenic cleanse, all of those things, okay? And I shouldn't be saying the AMAZON word when I'm on Tickety Talk. And I forget that I do have this here. So here, I'll go like this. I'll go like that. And so I do have. So what kind of magnesium? So the magnesium that I have is a triple blend. It's a glycinate, it's a malate, and it's a hydroxide. So they also put an extract in there, an olive oil extract for your heart. Okay, so glycinate helps you to sleep. Malate will help you with any of your leg cramping or your restlessness in your legs. Hydroxide will help a little bit with your digestion, etc. You live in Indiana. Oh, that's terrific. We just drove from Minneapolis to Louisville, Kentucky. Did we hit Indiana? I don't think so, but we were so close. We were so close. That's awesome. No, Sierra, you're totally fine. You are totally fine. You can't ask enough questions. Listen, I'm just going to tell you something. My daughter has 3 children under the age of 4. And she's 33. She'll be 34 coming up here. And you know what? Raising kids is not for the faint of heart. It's not. And in fact, like I was saying earlier in my live, we're going to do a wellness event, a local wellness event here in Minneapolis. And she's in business with me. She's a brand ambassador, just like I am. She's a brand ambassador, just like I am. But her target market are not people usually around my age. I'm 60, right? So you guys are probably around my age. And she is, her target market is really trying to help young moms with anxiety and stress. And she uses a lot of the exact same things that I use and talk to people about for insulin resistance. She helps them with that for those mamas because she knows what it feels like to be stressed out. She knows what it feels like to be in that season. So for you to have 8 children, it's a lot, right? But it's a good thing, right? It's like, it's a blessing. It's a huge, huge, huge blessing. There's no question. But it's also, it's a season. And I tell that to my daughter all the time. Listen, it's okay to understand the season that you're in. It's okay to recognize. But it's also then okay to be like right now, if she's at any time when she's been pregnant or nursing, she has to back off on certain things, right? Because when you're pregnant or nursing, maybe you have to, you can't take all of the supplements or whatever. So she gets things cleared with her midwife, et cetera, because she also knows that she wants to keep things at bay. I want to make sure that I'm not saying things that sound like a claim at all, because that's not fair, because I can't do that. But she, for herself, when she was younger at 13, she had trichotillomania, where she was pulling her hair. Okay. So hormonal imbalance, stuff like that, right? Well, she started to, when she got into business, like I'm in business, she started taking one of the adaptogenic herbs, and she didn't even realize that it was keeping it at bay. This is a long story, so I won't go into it. what happened was when she got pregnant and she stopped taking that herb because of pregnancy, it reared its ugly head again. Trichotillomania did. And she said that that pregnancy was so horrible for her. So again, that whole anxiety piece, that whole hormonal upheaval piece, that whole whatever, there are things to help. You will probably have to tweak things. You're probably going to have to become somebody who assesses your body well. You're probably going to have, right? Like there are pieces to the puzzle. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I am more than happy to walk anybody through those journeys. And my daughter can play a part with that too. In fact, Sierra, you're actually her age, but you're not leaving me. Oh my gosh, Alonia, are you 33? Sierra, you're 32. You're welcome, Marie. You understand your children are a blessing, precious to me. That's why I'm reaching out, because I want help. I want to be here for my children. Sierra, that's fantastic. Hey, Sierra, what if I hook you up with my daughter? What if I hook you up with her so that you can have conversation with somebody that's close to your age, and she can help you with the exact same things that I help women with the exact same supplement conversation, targeting your supplements to help your body function. If you would like that, Alonia, you're 34. That's amazing. I am so excited. Alonia. Well, Alonia, I think you're already my customer. So you're already hooked up with me. And I mean, you could always talk to her for sure. I mean, the answer is yes, Alonia. The answer is yes. And I would love it. Like if you guys know of women your age in your 30s that need help, like I want to like just heap so much love on you right now, because here you are on somebody's content. Obviously I'm not your age. I'm 60. So you obviously, like, you're in your head, you're thinking, well, she's older than me, so she must have some wisdom to offer, right? And you guys have been like, Alonia, you've been around now for quite a while, and I had no idea. She does not have a community, Alonia. She does not. My Facebook community is specifically for insulin resistance, but if you want to get connected to her so that you can have conversations with her about, you could even become her customer. It doesn't matter to me at all. But my point being that, yes, you can like do that. I can get you connected to her because you are her target market. And then tell your friends and bring your friends for real. Because there are so many mamas that are dealing with stress and anxiousness. And like I said, when we do our in-person wellness event coming up in October here, like that is going to be what she's going to focus on when she shares her portion of that day, because that's important to her. Okay. Because she's had to navigate. She's in it, navigating it. She's in it. Right? She has a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Okay. So your sister-in-law, Naomi, has about the same thing, and she's expecting too. And she's around her daughter's age as well. But I know we both would appreciate it and would like that very much. I will, when I get off today, Sierra, I will, both Alonia and Sierra, I will totally hook you guys up with her so that she can have conversation with you. And you know what? Maybe you guys could get into like a, whatever. She'll get into messages with you. Okay. And maybe she does need to have a community that helps mamas with their stress. Maybe she does, right? Because that's super important. It's just, listen, I just feel like I navigated so much by myself when I was raising my kids. I didn't have online. I didn't have any live video. I didn't have anything, So I don't know, Sierra, if you've never done any targeted supplementation, boy, can she help you. And because of the way that I teach food, she's very, very similar, because she's had to navigate her own, like she had gallstones when she was pregnant. Okay. Sierra, I will give her your number and have her call you. Yep. You guys are amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you spoke up, because that helps. Helps other moms too to be given permission. So any of my people, if it's a daughter of yours or a daughter-in-law, no one teaches you anything about that, Sierra. No, they don't. No, they don't. And that is you know what? I could talk about that all day long because I've been through all of this. And I will tell you that when I was in my 40s, so this is something when you're taking care of now, when you hit perimenopause, when you are in your 40s, you know, all of a sudden I felt that sadness come back to me, the sadness that I had. I'm trying to not say the D word, if you know what I mean. That sadness that I had after I had the postpartum. I felt it come back and I'm like, what is this? Like, I didn't understand. Oh, now I can look back and understand this was perimenopause, right? And that right under that anxiousness, that anxiety, just right under the surface, just rumble, 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 rumble. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So don't feel like maybe you would have had shame today and you would not have brought that up, but you did. And now you're going to get help. And isn't that great? Because there is no shame. It's hormones. Like, it's hormones and then real life experience that you are having right now. Okay. So anyway, all right, I'll give her your number and we will move forward. So for everybody else, as we wrap up here, basically in talking about insulin resistance, if you are you need to change sizes, you need to get your A1C under control, you need inches gone, you've got a liver that needs to function, you've got those things. That's what I talk about all day, every day. Gut, liver, insulin. Gut, liver, insulin. Like, let's get your body back functioning again so that it can produce results for you, okay? Well, Sierra, today you did speak up. So I love this. This is very exciting. But the Total Body Reset, 6 different products. And this is how the testimonies just come in over and over and over again. Fatty liver going from bad to mild, inches being lost off of the trunk, 6, 5, 3, like huge amounts of inches, weight, like 74 years old, losing 45 pounds in 5 months, those types of things, Total Body Reset. I just want to make sure that everybody always knows how to get free shipping. I want to make sure that everybody knows how to like cash out their $75 after the 3rd month. I want to make sure people have the details. So if you need help, ask me. If you don't need help and you're like, lady, I don't even want to talk to you in the background. I don't even want to have this conversation with you. I just want to know where to go look at stuff. Listen, I know what's in your brains. I know it. My website is my first last name, Kirsten Liebelt. Can I open it? Oh, here, I'll do it this way. This is my site, kirstenliebelt.com. Okay. This is where I start. I started with the trio a little over 10 years ago. This isn't something that I started last week, right? So these 4 buttons right there, that's the configuration of all those 6 products, just different configurations of those 6 products only. Okay. Then there's my before and after. I was a 2X, now I'm a large. And then free resources, Amazon things, Thrive Market if you want 40% off of your first order for organic food shipped to your house, sleep, contact information, like it's literally all there. I don't ever want somebody to say, oh, I didn't know how to get a hold of you. I didn't know how to message you. I didn't know how to ask that question. I didn't know how to whatever. I don't want any of that mess. I want you guys to always say, oh, yeah. It might have taken a day, but you got back to me because, my DMs get full. But I want to make sure that I can actually connect with you. And then there is a Facebook group at the bottom. You can click on the Facebook icon, and that will take you to the group where I do a free challenge every month. Next one starts next week. Just make sure you give your email to get in. I have over 6,000 women in there now, and it's just, I cannot rely on Facebook notifications. I just can't. That's how this rolls. It's how Meta rolls. Just the way it is. So if you need something, Lynn says she's so proud of you, Sierra. Yeah. I'm telling you, I kept a lot in my head until I was like in my 50s. A lot in my head. So you're way ahead of the game. It's very exciting. So anyway, all right, I'm going to hook you and Alonia up with my daughter today, and we'll move forward on that. And then I will also be able to answer any questions. So the two of us can help you with that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I feel bad for the Instagram people because we did like that ended. And see you guys tomorrow. Have the best day ever on the face of the planet, okay? You are so welcome, Sierra. You are so welcome. All right. Have a good day, you guys. You're amazing. What a great Monday. Make it a really, 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 really good one, okay?